Hey everybody, and welcome to the vlog. It is a Monday, March 24th, 2025, and it is 6:03 p.m. and we have not as full of vlog as we've been having, but still pretty good. For those of you that may be new here, we do time code these because they can get kind of long, so look for the red gaps along that play bar down there, or open up the description, see a big list of blue numbers, click on what you want, watch it in however order, skip around, whatever. You are the boss of your vlog watching sauce. I'm no Chef John. But speaking of being Chef John, I did do some Sam the Cooking Guy things today. We are gonna do some really delicious, something I've never done before. Pretty easy, but also some of my own creations. Turns out, well, I don't wanna spoil it. Just watch that. We will talk a couple of movies. We gotta talk to you about, I think Novocaine, yeah, and Looney Tunes, The Day the Earth Blew Up, and Snow White. And of course, we'll unbox something. I'm thinking that maybe that Mara Jade Lightsaber. We haven't filmed it yet. I don't know. We got a Disney pin unboxing. No taste test this time. No vacation update because there's nothing new to talk about right now. And a cocktail, which I'll do in a little while. Anyways, let's get to it. Here's your vlog. Hey everybody, welcome to another cooking segment. Today we're gonna do something kind of easy, but I've never really done it before. We're also kind of experimenting. We're sort of following one recipe. We're sort of creating another. We're basically gonna make a pork sandwich. That's what I landed on. Might even do some pork ramen Monday if I have time to show you that. So I've never really dealt with pork tenderloin. Shouldn't be too difficult to work with. So I just got one of these. I think we're gonna take a little of the fat off. We are just gonna oven bake it. We're gonna follow Sam the Cooking Guy's recipe. We're pretty much gonna salt and pepper it, coat it in some mustard. I'm gonna go with a honey mustard. And then we're gonna roll it in some panko breadcrumbs. With his recipe is garlic powder, thyme, and rosemary. Couldn't find the rosemary, so I'm gonna substitute basil. Thought that sounds kind of nice for me. And we're gonna oven roast that. I've already preheated to 425. We're gonna oven roast that for like 25 minutes, and then we can take some slices and we'll build a sandwich out of it. The sandwich, I'm gonna toast up a sesame seed bun with some mayo. We're gonna do some, like, I don't know if I wanna do dill or bread and butter pickles. We'll figure that out as we go. Because what I'm gonna make, my own thing, is I'm gonna try and make a little bit of a slaw topping, but I'm not gonna use my normal recipe, and I'm not gonna make a whole batch. I'm gonna try and make a hot sauce aioli, essentially, and coat some slaw in that. So we're gonna kind of taste that as we go and figure that out together. But that being said and done, let me run you through. Of course, I've got how much is this? What is this? A 2.32 pound pork loin, or pork tenderloin. I got French's honey mustard. I'm working with Duke's mayo today, why not? For my hot sauce, I'm choosing the Hot Ones Rojo, Las Calientes Rojo. It's a nice heat. Got some basil, some garlic powder, and some celery seed for the slaw thing in case I want to use it, and some thyme. We got our salt and our pepper out, and I got some slightly expired breadcrumbs, panko, but seems to be what I need. So first things first, we got to prep the meat. So I'm going to take my ring off. I'm going to work with gloves for this. Really shouldn't be a lot of prep to it. They do say you should take the silver skin off, but at the same time, people are like, it doesn't really make that big a difference, apparently, to a lot of people. I've never done that. I don't know if I even have any. We have to explore the log here. So, okay. Grab my knife. Oh, it is 6:18 p.m. on, what's the month? March 23rd, 2025. Oh, I guess we should camera down so you can see me working. Can I do it like that? It's not gonna work, is it? My knife is really due for sharpening. I'm gonna sit right and screw it. Actually, I'm gonna drain this over the sink when I do this, just to get some of that juiciness out of here, so it doesn't end up all over my cutting board. Did I not actually open this? I did open this, okay. Actually, nothing is draining out, so we're pretty good there. Oh, shoot. I have to move this back over. I do have apple cider vinegar on standby. Come on now. In case I need it. All right. Is this gonna come out easy, or is this gonna come out hard? There we go. All right. Oh, shoot. What a dum-dum I am. I'm already a dum-dum. I really shouldn't use that hand for this. And we'll re-glove it. Well, all right. Okay, this side looks fine. Looks like we might have a little bit of fattiness I want to take off here. Is that the silver skin? That might be the silver skin that they talk about. I'm just gonna slice some off here. Maybe. Get my knife under it, perhaps. Give it a little pokey. This is what I'm saying, I've never really worked with this, so. Apparently pork loin tends to have a lot of silver skin, which that definitely is what that is. Okay. Why is this 2 pieces? Screw it, we'll just re-glove, or I'll just keep a dry hand after I get this off. And I'm not gonna be able to get all of it, I don't think, but I'm gonna take what I can here. Gross. I do find it interesting it came in 2 pieces. So we might be making 2 of these. Okay. Let me check this other one for some. I don't want to do this forever, so. That's really just more fat, but I don't need too much fat on here. It's gonna be pretty juicy as is, so. See, now that, I think, is some tough silver skin. How do I get to that? Well, here we go. I'm in. Maybe. All right, this is definitely something I need some practice on. I need to learn a little bit more about dealing with. But honestly, this is the first time I've ever noticeably run into it. We're probably just gonna leave it on and just go with it. I'm basically making somewhat of a neutral pork here for like slicing up for various uses. Some of it I'll dice back down and pan fry back up a little bit to, you know, get some tacos going. I'm just gonna work with that as is. If it is bad, I'll learn from my mistakes. Let's see if I can get this one on without busting the ring on it. Of course I had you upside down. Of course I did. Come on now. Come on now. Oh my goodness, really? Look at this. I mean, good Lord, get on my damn thumb. Never had so much trouble with gloves. Good enough. Good enough for what we're doing. Honestly, outside of that, I'm not really sure why I want this knife out. Let's see if we can cut some of that off, maybe. Get under it, man. There we go. There we go. Yeah, my butchery skills are not up to snuff, I tell you right now. And I'm doing some kind of dangerous things with the knife here, so I'm trying to be very easy, since I know I'm not handling it very well. All right. Come on, there we go. I'm gonna butcher that up a little bit, but that works. Probably work that piece a little bit too. All right, we have 425. Why can't I just like cut this off? Poke into it, maybe. There we go. And get it started, we'll be okay. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, good enough. Good enough. All right, there's a little bit more work than I was anticipating. You probably don't have to do all this. All right, that's good enough for me for now. Good, this hand is not contaminated because I forgot to have my phone out where I could see something, because now I'm curious about something. Well, when you say 2 tenderloins, Sam, oh, now you aren't going to give me the thing where I can go to the fucking... Oh, come on. All right, fine. Sam the cooking guy, pork tenderloin. That one, herbed pork tenderloin. Because this is actually 2. I need like a poundage. Bro, you aren't really telling me, man. You're usually better than this. All right, well, you know what? I'm going to assume this is 2 then, and we're going to just kind of double up everything. So I have this out to make a bread tray. Fine. You know what? I'm so unprepared here. We'll just re-glove. I have not walked this through correctly. So we're gonna make up our breadcrumb mixture here real quick, which, since there's 2 tenderloins, I am gonna do a 1/2 cup. So I got a 1/4 cup out here. I'm gonna be generous. Hopefully that's good. Get the air out of this puppy. Seal it back up and see if it'll last a bit longer. All right, so into that, again, I got the measurements out for doing 1/2 of this, so we're gonna actually, well, you know, we're not, okay. I'm sorry, everybody, my brain is just not here with you today. I'm doing this on a Saturday. I don't want to be working on a Saturday, but I need to get this done because Mary was really ill the other night, and I'm a little bit concerned that that's gonna transfer to me. All right. So into here, we're gonna do a teaspoon of thyme. And again, I'm gonna be pretty generous. And then his recipe calls for rosemary. You can substitute with a lot of stuff, oregano, things like that, but I'm gonna go with basil. That just sounded like a fun way to do it. That's not gonna fit. Okay, and then a teaspoon of garlic powder. And again, I'm being very generous. Okay. Mix it all up. Okay. I think I can work with that. Okay, so now we're gonna go back into gloves because we're gonna salt and we're gonna pepper, but now there were measurements for this, but I'm just gonna get it nice and peppery. I'm gonna try and lay a bunch on the cutting board, so once I glove up, we can pick up a bunch. and not have to come back to the grinder. So yeah, I am making a bit of a mess here, but it's a worthwhile mess. Might as well go ahead and pinch some salt out. Same thing, I'm gonna kind of salt the board. A little bit more. I don't know. I might be overcomplicating this and running through more gloves than I should. I should probably just do the hands and wash them, but it just feels better and more sanitary to me. I feel more free. And you know, my hands don't like being overly washed. I mean, I wash my hands like I'm supposed to, or you know, whatever, sanitize, that kind of stuff, but I try not to have to do that too often. We're gonna have to re-glove once we get the mustard going, but so he said like kind of punch it in a little bit, kind of pushes the flavoring down in some. Yeah, I should have done more here. I should have laid more on the board, because I don't really have enough for the other one. But we'll make it work. Oh yeah, this side needs... Okay, that's okay. We'll make it work. We have a plan. It's kind of working. I'm going the wrong way. I'm not used to doing it with this hand. Careful, I don't get my shirt dragged into this. Oh, jeez. Come on, man. Aha! Don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Get on there. And of course we have a clean hand here, so. Okay. Use this to punch that in some. All right, looking pretty good there. Get the mustard, the shakes here. And again, he measures, but I'm like, whatever, I don't have to measure. I know enough of what I'm doing. Ooh, yay, mustard water. Oh my God, why would this not want to come out? Here we go, ooh. I promise you, it's nothing I ate. Like a big old hot dog. Oh my God, do you really? Okay, hopefully that's enough. We'll see if we can get this one-handed. Try to wet hand, dry hand this a little bit. Seems to be working okay. So this is gonna be the binder. It's gonna help keep the breadcrumbs on it all. Maybe do some more on this side. Yeah, a little bit more on this side. Give it a nice little bit of a extra tangy sweetness, apparently. Okay, I also have another baking sheet over here with a rim, or a rack, wire rack. That's where these are gonna go after I bread them. Come on now. Oh, come on. Why am I, okay, I am, oh my God, I have it backwards again. These always look backwards to me, Jesus, man. Okay, all right. Let's get this bad boy up and in the panko. Get it nice and coated. All right, now we're gonna try and get this over to this rack over here. Boom. All right. You might as well try to pick up some extra stuff here. I feel like a lot of that garlic powder just went to the bottom. But I guess the measurements are about right. It's about right for two of these, so. Okay. And you want to try and shape them a little bit to be kind of similar thickness. You don't want to have like really short pieces. This way they will cook a little more evenly. Okay. Alrighty. Got just a tiny bit on the back of my hand. We'll deal with that in a bit. Okay. So I am going to do one other thing, and then we're going to clean up, and then we'll work on the slaw. I am going to cheat slightly. I'm going to use my meat probes. So instead of having a timer, I'll just get it to that proper 140, 45. As soon as I get these untangled. Come on now, come on, you got this. There we go. And we'll see it's gonna go that way, so let's, I guess you wanna see this probably. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna kind of probe in the center a bit. Probe in the center a bit. Basically, the two probes plug into this and it's wireless so I can see the temperatures. It's very handy, one of the best things I ever bought. So we're gonna put this in the oven and I'm gonna get those probes hooked up. Just checking for mail that should not be seen. Okay, I think we're good. And you know what, I'm gonna come over here and do that so I don't reach across and drag my whole dang shirt, whoops, into the thing. So into our 425 oven middle rack. I should put the beefier boy in the top. And we'll grab this puppy. Echo, set timer for 25 minutes.
25 minutes, starting now.
Just in case. All right, now we'll turn this bad boy on. Take it off poultry. Oh, no, it's meat. There we go. Lamb, fish, ham, BBQ. Huh, ground beef, ground poultry, beef, veal, chicken, I guess, pork. We'll leave it at pork. Interesting though, this is still programmed for the old temperatures of 160 and 165. That one probe needs to cool down. It's reading way too hot already. All right. Sure, whatever. It used to be that's what the USDA said, but in the last like 10 years or so, because I know this recipe's pretty old, they have actually changed that to being 145 is the proper temperature for pork. All right, I'm done with the mustard. Let me do a little bit of cleanup work here, because we're done with this. This is good. sink. I like to time to clean it. Well, actually, just go ahead and rinse it off. So it doesn't necessarily stain. Alrighty. Gotta make some room to work. Make some room to work. Hi, Mary. Put that away in a bit.
So did it work?
Well, the pork's in the oven. Oh, yeah, the sheet trays, yeah.
Yeah.
We were thinking about getting a big old bowl down, but that made a lot more sense. My lovely wife, as usual, came in with the great suggestion. Okay, so the pork's in the oven. Let me just move this camera back over. And then, so that's gonna take a minute. We might work on this slaw to get it figured out. Oh, good. My internal one probe was like reading 123 immediately, while the other was at 50, but it's settling in. So I'm just gonna eyeball. Let me just bring this down so you can see. I'm just gonna eyeball stuff. This is definitely gonna be a taste it and bake it till you like it kind of situation. So we're definitely gonna pick towel. Oh yeah, it's been on because I was feeling it while I was digging for stuff. All right, so we'll go with some Duke's mayo. See how that works. I'm just gonna put a big, I don't need to make too much of this though. That's already probably more than I wanna make, but we'll start there and we'll see where we go. So from there, let's go ahead and hit up some Holland's hot sauce Rojo. I got an unopened bottle, but let's take what we got here and see how we like it. Just take what's left of this one. Let me see if I can give you a better top down. It's interesting, that is separating the mayo. This may be a bad idea. Well, we do want the mayo separated. Can I get you guys more top down on this? Yeah, if I work over here, okay. Let me just start, I'll get a little celery seed going in there too, and then we'll start, let me get a bigger whisk. There we go. So, celery seed, common in slaw. That should be fine. Might want some vinegar, might want some sugar, but let's just start here. This bowl is way too big for what I'm doing. Now I was thinking about like actually getting some, I just didn't have time or have the things because I didn't think this through in time. But I wasn't gonna like I've done it before. Use a grater on some Granny Smith apples. It's a little lumpy. I'm gonna try and work these lumps out. And like a white onion or maybe a sweet onion. And you hit that with like a little bit of a honey mustard vinaigrette and it's like a really great slaw. Some of these chunks may actually be peppery chunks. All right, let's give that a taste. That's pretty good. You know what I think I want to do? Instead of an apple cider vinegar, I don't have to get a new spoon. This is purely for me to eat, so. They back here? I think they're back here. Yeah. Nothing there? I got enough. All right. Instead of doing apple cider vinegar, since I'm gonna put pickles on the sandwich. Oh, Jesus Christ. What the hell? I don't know how that exploded so much. Well, anyways, I was gonna do a dash of pickle juice in here. Oh, that's way too much. Now we're gonna have to put more of everything in there. But hold on, I got to clean up this exploded juice, which I hate to waste because they make great pickled. Yeah, that's already way too, well, I don't know. Since it's going over slaw, that might be okay. So that's a dill pickle juice. All right, we'll taste that. Definitely thinner. Ooh. Okay, okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, the heat's in there. Maybe a little bit more celery seed. Just a touch. I feel like chefing. I want to do a little. Let's do a little touch of black pepper in there. Not a lot, just a little. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this jar will not re-explode on me when I come get pickles out of it later. Just try to wipe that down some. I also don't have the lid on right here. Yeah, that's so weird. Like, to be a jar that empty and it exploded like that on me is crazy. Probably means the pickles are poison and I'm gonna die, but that's okay. I won't be hungry. Okay, so now let's get some actual slaw mix in there. Oh, Jesus, what was that? Huh. All right, let me do this nicely so I can seal it back up. Ooh. Now we need to open the whole thing. No, this was expired February 23rd. That's fine. It's still good. Like, that's enough for a sandwich right there. But we'll probably make a little bit more because we got so much dressing in here. We can always add a little bit more. Now I feel like I went too much. No, I think I got it just right. Now, of course, this would be better if I made it before and let it sit overnight to really meld in the flavors, but there we go, nice and coated. Take a little taste of that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's nice. Little tart, little heat, not overly hot. A little salty. Not salty, but because we have a couple other things we're going to put on this sandwich that are going to make it interesting, I think. Now, we won't need to, let me take this bag. We won't need to put mayo necessarily on the sandwich because it's going to come out of the, you know, stuff. Slaw. Oh, and I will also say that I've mentioned this. Mary will not be taste testing with us on this. Because again, where she felt really bad yesterday, it was very much a stomach bug. I mean, she did not get to eat. So she's very wary today of what she puts on her stomach, understandably. Yeah, it was definitely the kind of the stomach bug that, like, she was kind of thinking it might have been food poisoning at first. Not my cooking. Oh, but I am gonna need this. I need a little bit of this mayo. I forgot I was gonna prep buns. Okay. There is gonna be one other pre-bought ingredient we're gonna use here too, by the way. I should probably tell you about. And I should probably make sure they don't flavor clash before I build. If you got a place called Pepper Palace, so you can get this online. I love this, especially if I'm having chicken nuggets or something. This is just a great dipping sauce. But it is a mustard-style South Carolina barbecue dipping sauce. I think this is gonna be really nice on the pork and with that slaw. So let's see if I can do a little tasting, just to make sure the flavors, you know, before I build a sandwich with all this flavor. make sure they don't clash, and I'm like, ew, gross, what am I doing? So I'm gonna try and do this and not make too big of a mess. Ooh, okay, no, that's probably a good blend right there. Legit, I fucking know what I'm doing, holy shit. Yep. That with some pickles on a toasted bun, we're in goddamn business. Watch out, we're going to Flavor Town. Get in, loser, we're going to Flavor Town. Oh, that's really good. I thought about mixing the barbecue sauce into the slaw. And now I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Because quite honestly, since this is pretty runny, I think the slaw will hold it better. Should I? No, we'll keep it separate. That way we get a little bite of different things. Okay. So it looks like we got one pork loin at about 117 and the other at 69. That's not good. Let me get this out of my way, and then we will start working on getting the buns ready for toasting. We're gonna mayo toast, because that's how I like to do it. Okay, got a little plate. Got some sesame seed buns right here. Actually, I was just thinking with this barbecue sauce, since it is considered a dipping sauce, I almost wonder if I want to, depending on how I'm going to slice my pork, which I won't know until I do it, maybe put that sauce like in a bowl and just, you know, dip the pork and then put it on the sandwich. That might be my best way of going. Thinking maybe I should get, also I'm gonna need a cutting board back out in a minute because we're gonna need something to slice the pork. It's just occurring to me. All right, so give this a nice little smattering. Just a real thin layer. Of course you can butter or put butter in the pan and toast like that, whatever, but this is just the way I prefer it. I like the tangy egginess, and I find this a lot easier to control, and I don't have to worry about having room temp butter or melty butter or whatever. Let's go. All right. I'm glad I got a few minutes on the pork because part of this I have not considered is having something set up for it to rest. I guess I'm gonna need to clean 2 wire racks tonight. That's okay. Sounds like Mary is going to get some Final Fantasy VII Part 2 or whatever she's on in. She was iffy on if she wanted to try. Uh-oh. The house collapsed, Napoleon, are you okay? I have a cardboard box that I kind of opened, but then I left it like a tunnel for them to play in. And we just saw it go down. So. All right, so that'll be ready for toasting here in a few minutes. Should definitely be done with the mayo now. I wonder if I should. No, we're good. Okay, I gotta get a cutting board back out, and I gotta get a resting thing. Let's get a resting thing first, okay. Seriously. They put these buns away so the kiddies aren't tempted. Napoleon. All right, we got about 9 minutes on the clock, but over here we got one at 127 and 80. We'll see how we want to proceed about that. All right, I think I can make a resting tray over here. Excuse me, bud. In hindsight, I should not have thrown away the, or cleaned up the panko one. run a wire rack over it and call it a day. I'm not gonna worry about getting a tray out though. We can just put down a layer of foil. Foil. I guess I should put the camera over where you're gonna see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, okay. Crap. Well, already pulled out a little more than I needed, but we can fold some in. Fold up little walls here. There we go. That should work as a place to let them rest. Okay, we'll put those over there. We're gonna do the burner here. My slaw out of the way. Don't really want to toast my bun too soon though. Cutting board. Right, because we're gonna want to be able to serve this sucker. Good, that's a good one. Also means let me give my knife a little bit of a clean up here. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I'm not even gonna worry about it. It's pork. If it was chicken, I'd be a little more concerned about raw contamination, but for me, pork, beef, that stuff's fine. Is it pork? That's okay, or is that the one I have to worry about? A lot of the meats, don't take me as legal advice here, but a lot of meats, you're really actually kind of fine. It's just they have to be so much more careful in, you know, kitchens and stuff professionally. If I'm cooking for myself, I can do pretty much whatever I want. I do what I want! All right. So, let me see, get the software update out of the way. Let's take a look at the pork stuff here. All right, we preheat, we season, we coat, we panko. Coat, cook on a rack, but he doesn't tell me what to do beyond that. Shouldn't we let it rest for a minute? I wasn't asking you. We'll just jump into his video here and see if he rests. All right, so he's bringing it out. He's temp checking. Getting the shot. You just let it rest on the same rack. Did I not need to set up another rack? Why did my internet just crap on me? No, he's moving it off the thing. Sorry, I need to get back on my Wi-Fi. I'm on 5G and it's suddenly being spotty. Spotty Bugatti Piccati, what? I don't know. Oh, that's right. He did not let his rest. I remember the video now because he kind of overcooked his a little bit. So I will let mine rest a bit when they come out. So, yeah. All right. And then do I want a shower bowl for dipping my beef pork slices? I might. Let me get one out on standby here. I'm gonna have you be right there. I can't decide. Are we good? Should I cut the camera for a minute? Maybe. We will double check my temps too. We'll get a we'll verify with a different thermometer. Oh wait, does this one have the correct pork temperatures on it these days? Not really. Weird. Oh well. I'm excited about this though. I think the slaw is gonna be pretty dope on there. Mixed with the, you know, the pork and the barbecue. Nice. I think it's a pretty cool idea using the dill pickle juice. I'm kind of proud of that one. I mean, it's mostly a vinegar liquid anyways, so. I was thinking apple cider vinegar because apples and pork work so well together. I also thought about trying to, if I had the stuff, I was like, can I make like a fancy, spicy, savory applesauce to smooth over the pork cutlet, you know? So I had a bunch of ideas. I just didn't have a lot of time to go get ingredients and get them done. So, but I will tell you, I've been very, very inspired in my cooking ideas lately. Like, I mean, I've just got all kinds of ideas. I'm excited to do it again, which is good. Because there was a bit there when the, I guess I never really talked much about it, but when the restaurant thing fell apart, that we spent most of a year developing. It happens, but I lost my way with the cooking for a bit there. Kind of lost my way in a lot of stuff because this thing was like such a lock, and then things beyond my control happened, and well, all right, next time, I guess. But I'm happy I still enjoy it, so that's important. All right, so we got one that's up to 101 degrees, and the other one's at 141. I think the 141, I've just put it too close to the heating rack. The 102 is probably much more accurate. So I'm not gonna let it go, you know, I don't know. We're gonna give it a few minutes, and then basically we're gonna pop in there and do that. Because you don't wanna overcook your pork. That's why so many people will have such dry pork all the time, is the FDA had them going to 165, and like that's not the right temperature. I just learned all this recently.
What's up, everybody? You having fun?
Oh, what you playing with? Oh yeah, he's got a catnip toy. He's having a blast over there. All right, well, I don't know what else I really could or should do in the meantime. I know we still need to toast the bun, but I kind of feel like put the pork out and toast the bun and then rock from there. I guess I could start putting some of my seasonings and stuff away, clean up here a little bit. Never hurt nobody. I could have been a contender, I never hurt nobody. That doesn't make sense what I just said. I did find time in a bottle, by the way, so be proud. Be very proud of me. I'm going there. I don't know if that's where you belong, but that's where you're going. Let me put away my other ingredients here. And then, I don't know about where you live, but maybe, you know, my grocery store is Kroger, not a sponsorship or anything, but they carry Hot Ones hot sauce. They carry a bunch of the flavors. Not all the other flavors and other brands they sell, but the actual Hot Ones lines, they don't do Last Dab, I don't think. They might. I just don't mess with the Last Dab anymore. I learned my lesson in one of those subscription boxes a while back. All right, so we got one tenderloin telling us that it's 145. And I don't really, so that's one, that's two. Okay. Why is this sucker in Celsius? No, don't turn off. No, stop turning off. I want you to be in. Do I hold it down? Ah, there we go. All right, so probe number 2 is telling me that it's 145. It smells good. You're not gonna get a real good look at it. Echo, dismiss. So that is, no surprise, the back one. All right, let me take a look here. Should this puppy turn back on here? There we go. All right, let me slide this out. Yeah, we're about 120 on that one. And we're about 125 on that one. Okay. All right, so what am I actually being told? So those are not as accurate either, I guess the placement. So we want about 15-ish more degrees. So when that top one that's at 111 hits 125, I think we'll pull them. That sound good? They look pretty good. Hi, Aaron. You're okay, buddy? You wanna go hang out with mommy? You can go hang out with mommy. I don't know, he's just, you know, he's high as a kite. He just might stop to check you out. Let me purr on. Okay, we're almost there. It's almost time for Eric to get off his janky ankle. I pushed myself too hard deck partying the other night where like I paced around the deck to burn some calories and stuff. And then I thought it was okay last night to push some more, even though I really shouldn't have. And now today I'm just like, oh, I need to not walk on this ankle as best I can. So, you know, there is that. So we're looking for about 10 more degrees on that one probe. And then we'll pull them off. We'll let them rest for a few while we toast the bun. And then we will start this party. But at this point, I don't feel like cutting the camera because we're so close. Oh, so this is gonna take like an hour. I thought this would be like 40 minutes. Okay, oh well. Should always know to add 50% more time to whatever time I think I'm gonna need when I'm cooking. If I say an hour, it's gonna be an hour and a half. If I say 2 hours, it's gonna be 3 hours. I say 10 minutes, it's gonna be 15. That's a good lesson for me to learn. Another lesson for me to learn is sharpening my knives. I do believe I have a knife sharpening kit, but I've never done it and I really need to. Because dull knives are dangerous knives, but also I want to get a good knife. I keep thinking I'm gonna go buy a proper, you know, this is just one of those like $100 get you a set, which is fine. But you know, if I'm really getting into this and really doing it, I should have like a proper, I feel like I've earned a chef's knife at this point. Because I do consider myself a home chef. I would not consider myself a restaurant chef. I don't get to make that decision even if I thought I was. I could be a restaurant cook. But you know, those guys really put in the work and they really know their stuff. Obviously, I'm friends with a lot of them, so. But I feel like at home, I chef. Like I've gotten to a place, if I'm not a home cook, I'm a home chef. Because I do get fancy, I do have ideas and create things, so you know. Lots of skills that you don't have to be completely properly trained for, you can just be good at. Or Gouda at. All right, you got about 7 more degrees on that, about 6 more degrees on that. Almost wonder if I just want to check them again. I'm just gonna check them again because I can't, I need to know. I need to know what's inside their butthole. Oh my goodness, Eric. Of course, opening the oven and everything probably ain't helping my case. Back one's at 131. And the front one's at like 136. Okay. We definitely need to go a little bit longer. I'm just running out of stuff to talk about, and I don't have anything else to clean or cook or make. So I think slicing this up and almost like using like kind of a chasu pork, is that how you say it? In a ramen bowl. It's gonna be pretty cool. I've been getting back into making crazy ramen bowls. Actually, last night I did something, but I don't want to spoil it because one day I'm gonna make it for you on the camera. I just need to find a better, it involved a soup, and I need to find a better soup. A better version of that. It's also a soup I've always wanted to make from scratch, so maybe we'll do that, and then he'd be like, here's another cool thing you can do with this. Obviously, I've given away that it's ramen related. But I got a bunch of fun stuff. I forgot how much I love kimchi. It's been so long. So I'm a kimchi kimchi kick. Eventually, I need to get back to, I want to learn how to do kimchi. I want to learn to ferment stuff. I also need to learn proper pickling. Like I know quick pickling and like bread and butter pickling, but like to do like proper dill pickles, I like to do that myself. Pickled jalapenos, stuff like that. Which just reminded me, I was thinking about doing cowboy candy. It's like, you know, it's like a sweet pickled sort of jalapeno thing. Now, part of one of those tenderloins I think is going to be overdone because I noticed it kind of smushed out and it's got like kind of the tails getting skinnier. It is interesting how much of a different read I'm getting from these thermometers and that thermometer though. They're good. I think it's really just where I have them poked in the oven. All right, let me get another glove out too, because I'm gonna need one when it's time to pull them. Good to go there. Let me go on. I don't know why that song's been popping into my brain a lot lately. All right, so now I have one saying 126 and one saying 155. Let's go, let's check them. And also, real quick, before we check them, let me just confirm. I know 145 for sure, but is it 140 to 145? What temperature should I cook pork to? Just says 145. And then allow it to rest for 3 minutes. Now, ground pork should be 160, apparently. All right. I'm just too excited. I can't wait. I want to get in here and try this. Ooh, it smells really good. That honey mustard's coming through. We got one, it's 138. Oh shit, this front one is definitely... Well, I don't know. The thicker part needs a couple more degrees. Okay. The back one's getting real close. Give them a couple more degrees here. I guess the one that says 128, I'll let it go to 130. I was kind of wondering if I should pull these off separately, but that's going to require me pulling out the whole tray because I didn't make a sheet tray under there. Maybe I should have. I guess I could set that into a sheet tray real quick. But it smells really good. The mustard smell is really coming through in there. So I'm getting real excited to try this. Not that pork loin's supposed to be that hard, as you've seen, but I've got to start expanding my meats. I've been playing with seasoning ground beef a lot lately, and ever since that chorizo video. Well, I guess I did one more since that chorizo flatbread video, and it turned out cool. It wasn't chorizo, I just made up my own thing. It's very spicy, but you know, still learning. So I'll come back with some kind of cool ground pork seasoned thing eventually. All right, we are at 130. All right, let's go check again. Let's go check again. I know I keep opening the oven, I shouldn't. All right, here we go. What are you at, big boy? Oh, you still need like 10 degrees in the front, you're telling me. The back is well done. The front cap seems to be okay. All right, that one's close. Big guy, check a few spots here. All right, the back one is good. Now give me that just like one more minute and we'll pull these. Because I don't want it to go over. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and turn these off so I can get the probes out easier. And let's see, this is where I'm going to swing those over to there. So let's go ahead and get the pan warming up here. Get that on a medium high. I'm going to bring you down so you can see these when I set them down. I should be singing Pirate's Life, considering my jersey. I'm trying to be patient. But it's like, is there anything faster? Trying to give it just that little bit longer. All right, maybe by the time I pace back over there one more time, right? All right, let's do it. Let's pull them. Pulling them out. Ooh. Yes, please. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Get these probes out. Ah, come on. Seriously? Jeez. Man, that one's really in there. Come on. Really? Good Lord. Are you fucking kidding me here? I got it. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Damn. That boy did not want to come out of there. Okay, let's give these guys just another check before we take them off the thing. Just in a few spots here. Yeah, that one's like right there. That's over. Ooh, it's got some good crust. That's over, but all right, thick part here. It's a little under, but I think it's gonna be all right. Part up here is a little under. We'll try to work more from that one. I'll try to remember to use that for like frying stuff later. But yeah, that guy's good. Okay. All right, let's get these over to the cooling rack here. That is looking pretty good. Get a little photo work going. We got the heat up here. Is that warm yet? Yeah, that's warm. So let's go ahead and get a part of the bun in here. Good, good. Oh, Echo, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Thank you. And let me see the spatula. From Spatula City. All right, I'm getting excited. Do a little sighting dance. Yeah, I'm quite happy with these. I got a real good feeling here. How's that toasting looking? Yeah, nice little light toasting. Take it. The next part in. Buns are getting a little bit old. All right. We'll let that work for just a second. I'm also going to do something that may seem silly, but this can make a big difference. I'm gonna try and get some of these pickles out and let them kind of towel off a bit so it doesn't sog down the bun. And you can see how much, you can kind of see how much juice just comes just from flopping them on the paper towel. Oh yeah, this is like the end of the road of the jar here. Come here, you. I feel like I'm going to need more pickles than this. Get out of the jar. Yes, you. I was looking for you. You're part of that other pickle that eluded me. There's one more good chip. No. Yes. No. All right, let's get on all the pickles. I'm just gonna dab those down with a towel here. Take a quick look on this boy. I hope I didn't just let go too long. Oh shit, I did. Woo! Got close, got close. I'll take it though, that's fine, I can live with that. All right, yes, Echo dismiss. Haha. All right, let's get a loin on the cutting board. Oh boy, I am excited. Let's go this piece right here. Well, let's just go in the middle. Ooh. Ooh, that looks so good. I just need to try a piece. Again, I don't know what I'm doing with my knife skills today. I'm not being smart. Oh, that's so juicy. Oh. Look at that. Mmm. 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 Oh my God. Mmm. Oh man. Oh man. Mmm. That is insanely juicy. Insanely juicy. I don't know that I want to put too much stuff on this potential sandwich here. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. All right, let's make some slices. Why not? Four slices. I think that'll make for a pretty good sandwich. Oh, now I'm not so sure I want to use the barbecue sauce. I don't want to use the barbecue sauce. This is too damn tasty. Let's pickle up the bottom bun. Holy goodness. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Look at that, just about right. Just about right. There we go. All right, and let's pork up this patty. Oh no, it's sure. Oh man. I don't really have room to work any further here. Shit. Yeah, we're gonna forgo that barbecue sauce. I need a fork to get some of this slaw on. Yeah, buddy. Your daddy is a culinary genius again. You know, for following somebody else's recipe. Well, I mean, again, this is a hybrid because this is definitely me doing my own thing here a little bit. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that sandwich. Look at the sandwich. Look at the sandwich. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me get a photo to make my dad jealous. Oh, I can't get over how good that pork turned out. Ah, shoot. This stupid sunlight. All right. You know what? How about we do that? And then that way I think you can see me do stuff. Not the best angle in the world, but it is an angle nonetheless. Oh, that pork looks so good, dude. Okay. Take my ring off. I got a feeling it's gonna be a bit of a sloppy, drippy boy. This feels right. Feels right in the hand. Yeah, pork is great. Pickles are great. Bun's great. That slaw is working. I wasn't sure initially, but it's coming in now. Little heat, little crunch, little creaminess. Oh man. Yeah. I would say, oops, I did it again, but there was no accident. Yeah, the heat from that slaw is just right. Just a tiny bit of building spice in the back. But it's not taking away from the flavor of the pork or the pickles. Definitely leaving a messy plate behind though. Oh, that is fantastic. I have really done something great here. It's a shame Mary can't come taste this and tell you I'm wrong. But no, honestly, I think even she would like this. The heat would be okay for her, I think, but... Oh, man. I can just about go get another one of these. Yeah. I do feel like maybe it could use one more thing, but maybe that barbecue sauce. But honestly, it kind of doesn't need anything but the pickles. The pork is just so damn good. When we do little sliders instead of a burger, so the piece of the pork loins will come out a little more right. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, I love this. You get back on that sandwich and start with this. Well, you pretty much gonna have to watch me eat this whole thing because I just realized my hands are a mess and I don't have anybody here to turn off the camera. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No promises, but maybe. Maybe Mary will try to lower the pork. We'll see. No promises. I understand if she doesn't. I don't want her feeling queasy again stuff. She was really rough yesterday. I felt really bad for her. I'm just hoping I don't get it. But this is killer. Oh yeah. I'll come show you in a second. Oh man. Yeah, I am thrilled with this. I am thrilled with this. And I got so much of that pork to do other things with now. It's gonna be pretty dope in some ramen, I think. Or even just on its own. We'll see if I can show you how much of a mess this is. Oh, that's so good. All right, on that note though, I don't want to put this, I'll figure it out. On that note, that's the cooking. Bye. Okay, so Mary has agreed to try a piece. I'd probably do one of those. That's from the end where it's a little bit fattier, but it's so juicy and so yummy.
I'd say you did pretty good. Not too spicy for me.
I'll accept pretty good. You didn't see my face drop when you said that? Yeah, the sandwich though was fucking dope. But I mean, it's so juicy, isn't it? And like just the flavor on that pork, I think is awesome.
You need to teach my mom a thing or two about that.
Your mom might be going by this is what I recently learned. I was telling them, your mom might be going by the old FDA rules of cook pork to 165. It has not been that for over a decade. Ground pork is 160, but pork loin and stuff like that, 145. and it's fine to be a little pink and whatnot, you know. So
that is quite possible.
So that's probably the case there. But thank you for trying it, and I'm glad you thought it was at least pretty good. It wasn't like, oh, it's all right. Like, it's pretty good's better than all right. Actually, that just made it all worth it. Now I got to figure out how to put these loins away somewhere for more things later. Bye. Okay, so I guess a couple weeks ago, we feel like we did this review, but I don't think we did. So we're going to talk about Novocaine.
Nathan Kane, he feels no pain.
With that nice homage on the poster to, I thought I had it, and then I'm blanking. Hitchcock, North by Northwest.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think it's North by Northwest. It's a fairly famous Hitchcock poster. Well, now you got me curious. Anyways, you saw the trailers, you know what you're in for, and it was a great damn time.
Yeah.
I have some minor issues with it, but we can get into that without getting into spoilers here in just a minute.
It was a lot of fun, although a lot more hand violence than...
Yeah, I actually did have to turn to Amiri and apologize at one point, because I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry, because there's a lot of hilarious gruesome hand violence. A lot more than you see in the trailer. A lot more.
And it's like,
pretty awesome.
I don't know if I've spent more time curled up clutching to his arm. When was the last time I had to clutch you like that?
Well, that's why I like getting her to horror movies, because it actually gets the cliche lady cuddling you thing going on. But yeah, that poster is referencing the North by Northwest poster.
Okay.
So in case you were wondering. But yeah, I mean, listen, Jack Quaid is a national treasure. He's fantastic. The girl is easy to be charmed by. And you know, the characters of the threat are fairly bland and generic and forgettable, but you know, well done in the moment. Also, what is it? The internet's own god of sex, the man in the chair himself from Spider-Man. That guy is in it, and he's really fun. He has some fun stuff. His relationship with Jack Quaid's character is very cool. And again, it starts and it never stops. It doesn't drag, it doesn't get boring. It was a really great time. Again, you see the trailers, you know what you're getting, and you're going to enjoy it. As for the plot, I think it's absolutely fine. I think the setup is great. There is a twist that really leaves you kind of early in the movie that's not telegraphed in the trailers. And it does kind of leave you really excited to see how that's going to play out and how they're going to deal with it. Unfortunately, without getting into spoilers, for me, it felt a little writer's convenience, and then they actually do take kind of a cliche turn, and it's like,
I was fine with it.
Like I said, it's not the worst thing. It didn't ruin the movie. I just like, oh, this could have been like great if they had done something different, more original, more interesting, something a little more earned. It's kind of like, I mean, I guess... But I think it's because I got so excited about what could happen. Like, not that I had a particular expectation of what would happen, but I was so like concerned about, I'm not sure how this is going to play out because this changes everything we've been seeing. And then they kind of take a nice soft way of still giving you more of a cliche. Although near the end, the actual like wrap up scenes, I do kind of like what they did with it there. That was kind of cute. Yeah, pretty good non-spoiler. Sorry, what were you gonna say? I said
I was perfectly fine with how they handled things. The twist was nice, and
would you agree that? I mean, you could see how it might be bothersome to some, though. I mean, you wouldn't say that I'm wrong per se, even though you were fine with it.
I didn't say you were wrong. I'm just saying I'm fine with it.
No, I'm asking. I wasn't like arguing with you about it. I was asking.
Yes, it could have been handled differently.
Okay,
but it was handled the way it was, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was getting at. I was just like, you weren't necessarily disagreeing with me. Your tastes are fine. You know, you like it. You're good with it. But people might have the same issue, and you would understand someone having that issue. That's all I was trying to say. I wasn't like saying you're wrong or not. I mean, you know, it's subjective. There is no right or wrong.
But he wants to be right.
No, I don't want to be right. I always am right. But no, it's awesome. Kind of what you expect. So
if the trailers look good, go watch it.
Yeah, if it's still in theaters. I don't think it's in theaters anymore. But it sure will be on digital soon. It might still be in some theaters.
I feel like the posters were still up when we were there last time.
They may have had the standee. It may have been on its last legs because, you know, things get out of theaters very, very quickly. And Snow White had a lot of screens. But we'll get to that. Anything else on Novocaine?
No.
All right. Okay, and then we went and saw The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes story. I'm doing a Star Wars thing. It's a Looney Tunes movie. A lot of people didn't know about this, so we got to give a lot of setup here before we get to our thoughts. Well, our thoughts are, it was great. I loved it. I want more of it, and I really wish more people go see it. It is still in theaters, so if you got it around you, go see it. If you're on the fence at all, it's worth it. You will enjoy it. I assume you agree with that sentiment.
You liked it more than I did. I'm not saying I disliked it. You just liked it more than I did.
But you would say people should go see this and support it?
Yeah, if they can.
Yeah, we'll come back around to that. For those of you that don't know, Looney Tunes technically has never had a 2D feature film go to theaters. Now, they may have had like the Looney Tunes movie or Bugs movie or whatever, but those, I'm pretty sure I'm right about all this, but those were always just kind of compilations of short cartoons that they added some wraparound content to kind of make it into a feature. And I think those went to theaters, but this is like kind of the first wholly 2D animated, all voice actor performed. No like celebrity cameos, no celebrity voices to sell tickets. It's like actual cartoon people making a cartoon movie the way it used to be done. I mean, there's a little use of CG and stuff in here, but you know, I mean, for some of the more dynamic moving shots, but characters and stuff still very 2D animated. Mm-hmm. And of course, Warner Brothers buried it. They were not going to release it. So a small company called Ketchup Entertainment picked it up. By the way, Titmouse did some of the animation. You may remember from the Adult Swim era. So Ketchup picked it up, put it out into theaters, with hardly, that's why there was no marketing, because they basically blew their money to get the rights from Warner Brothers to put this thing out. So they're kind of banking on word of mouth, which we're hopefully helping with. We had scheduled to go one day and we had to cancel that, but I was so glad we were able to rebook it and get in there, because it disappeared from a lot of theaters when it didn't make that much money because no one knew about it. Everybody would be like, wait, that's a thing? That happened? And, so it's picking up a little bit of steam. Also, if you're interested, Ketchup is apparently in talks with Warner to buy that Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie, the live-action crossover thing that everybody really wants to see released. So support this one, and that becomes a lot more likely. On top of the just baffling decision that Warner Brothers is looking to sell the Looney Tunes brand, which just feels absolutely wrong to me. I mean, that feels like Disney selling Mickey Mouse. It's like, what?
Is this confirmed, like...
They're looking around. They're shopping it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's come from multiple of the usual reporters. It's not like just some dude on internet said.
Okay.
So anyways, go support this. I had a blast with it. And there are reasons I probably liked it a little bit more for her. Because I think, if I may guess, you appreciated the Looney Tunes, you appreciated the anime. The things that I probably liked more were some of the more sci-fi horror elements brought into it. Is that part of it?
That could, because you said you got a lot of references.
There was a lot of, very subtle too, not in your face references. Like there's references to Evil Dead. Actually, I might be thinking of Snow White, oddly enough. But there's references to...
I think Evil. I know what you're talking about. I'd say Evil Dead.
Well, that's a Snow White. But also we have, Night of the Living Dead references in here. We have Invasion of the Body Snatchers references in here. Mars Attacks a little bit. I mean, there's all kinds of cool things going on in here. Daffy is at his looniest. Porky is adorable. Petunia is a fantastic character in this.
She's VIP.
Yeah, like she is awesome in this, and they really wrote and performed her well. And it's like, it's not that she's overtaking any of the story; she's in it just the right amount, and not like she's not some damsel in distress, but she's not also like constantly the hero. Like everybody has their moments to shine. It's very well balanced. The animation looks fantastic, I thought. Since you're way more of you're anime and blah blah, so you're a lot more picky. But I mean, it feels like Looney Tunes animation, like classic Looney Tunes animation with a slight modern sheen.
Yeah.
But what do you think about the animation?
The animation was pretty good. Because it's what you like you said, it's Looney Tunes style, but with a slightly more modernized sensibility to it. The couple things I didn't like. Mostly, I didn't like the record drops. Or the needle drops.
There was one that was kind of awkward. But I only remember like 2 needle drops, really.
Yeah, and I didn't... You liked one that I did not like.
Okay, that's fair.
We talked about this on the way home.
Yeah, that's probably why I feel like we reviewed it, but we just went on camera. But one was a little awkward. I will definitely agree with that.
Because mostly, if I think about music with Looney Tunes, if anything, it's classical music.
Yeah, and most of this has that vibe. It's not like needle drop heavy by any means.
Yeah.
Which is probably why the couple of needle drops felt a little more out of place.
Yeah, they felt jarring to me. And is it a spoiler to say who's not in there?
Kind of, because people maybe get excited, and because I thought about it too. I think you may be thinking of some of the same things. There's a couple of spots where there would be a great opportunity for other Warner's character cameos.
You know who my favorite is.
It's not rubber. It's not rubber. I'm trying to give some off-screen clues, because that's my favorite one that could have been and wasn't.
We talked about.
Oh wait, do you mean your favorite Looney Tune?
Yeah, who's my favorite Looney Tune?
Okay, yes, okay.
Okay, and who's?
That's right. Yeah. This is one of the other opportunities of this would have been. Just think big and scary and furry.
No.
Well, technically, he's supposed to be scary.
No, that's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh!
That's the one I have a shit ton of ornaments of.
Duh. Okay, yes. The most obvious one. Yes, I don't know why my brain wasn't going there. And we really wanted a post-credit or something with this character. It would have made so much sense.
Yes.
But, at the same time, kind of nice they showed some restraint there. But there's a couple other times, too, where there's a couple of just would have been so easy just to cut over and have one extra little gag. Didn't ruin or lessen the movie at all for me.
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those like, oh, I'm surprised they didn't go for that. And I don't mean like making like a celebrity cameo or something like that, but it's just like, wow, you could have, you almost could have just used these characters in this situation, and you didn't. It does pretty much stay to
No, I appreciate
the three mains.
Yeah, that the certain characters were their own unique character. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. My guy should have still gotten a cameo.
I also think those other little guys should have gotten a cameo, and the big furry guy should have gotten a cameo. But that's just me. I do love my cameo porn, if you will, James Gunn. But also, too, had they put where we're talking about, it would have worked in service of the story. So we wouldn't have been like, hey, how come this, how are you going to not have Bugs? I'll give that one away, because it's like, sometimes Bugs doesn't show up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not anybody we're talking about. But that's minor nitpicks for me. The pacing is great. I was in awe. I couldn't believe I was watching a 2D Looney Tunes movie in a theater again in my lifetime. Like, that was just incredible. I do love they play with some of the style of storytelling, too. They do homage a lot of the classic ways of doing things. There's also a sequence that's really out there and a little bit more abstract, but again, makes perfect sense within the context of what we're doing. Our theater was not very full. There's maybe 3-4 other people in there with us, but we were not the only ones literally laughing out loud at a lot of this. Lots of giggling out loud, but there's a handful of jokes in here that everybody in that 5-6 person theater, we were guffawing out loud. So it wasn't even like, oh, the audience is laughing, so it makes you want to laugh more. It's like, no, they're legitimately great jokes in that movie.
It's getting spoilers. I can't say things. There's a particular scene of Daffy Duck that's just burned into my head now.
There's so many scenes of Daffy. Is it when they're working on a sidewalk? Because that was in a trailer. That's very early in the movie. There's a montage.
No, that's not when they're working on a sidewalk.
There must be no cracks in the sidewalk. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah, that one. No, but it's another butt joke.
Well, thanks for giving that away. I thought I was really subtle in my...
Sorry.
It's in the trailer. Y'all know, you gotta be careful with Mary. Just be ready to hit pause.
I am trying to be so careful.
No, you've done very well.
It's like fucking landmines everywhere. Landmines.
Oh, okay.
I mush-mouthed.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not gonna reference that cartoon or that person. I had a great time with it. I hope it gets some kind of nice 4K home release. I will buy it like ketchup. If you guys want to try and make up some money by like making some cool, if you're allowed to, if that's part of the deal, make some like really cool 4K collector's set, Look at these limited run companies, like limited run games and stuff, like give me like plush Daffy and Porky or something, and $150 collector's set with a statue or something, something like that. An art book, whatever. Like, yeah, I would love to own that, but I definitely want to own a quality 4K of this. It would be rewatched, and hopefully we could have more. Although I will say, if Warner Brothers is going to sell, I kind of, as much as, Disney has enough, and I don't necessarily want Disney to have any more at this point. They got plenty of stuff on their plate. It would be kind of wild if Disney picked up Looney Tunes, because A, they'd actually do something with it, and B, you could have easily proper Bugs and Mickey crossover stuff, so that could be very interesting. But yeah, I loved it. Highly recommend. If it's still in your theaters, please go see it. Please go support it. It was on a $15 million budget. I don't know what Ketchup paid to release it or what their deal was. I think it's done like maybe $8 to $9 million so far. So, considering this is one of those times you don't necessarily have to factor in prints and advertising, it's not that far from making its money back, considering there was no marketing. So I think if they can go through with Acme versus Coyote or whatever it is, they'll probably learn some mistakes and figure out how to push that out a little bit more. And, maybe they can start their offshoot company, Mustard Entertainment and Mayo Entertainment. Eventually, Pico de Gallo Entertainment. I don't know. It's dumb. All right. Anything else?
Nothing good.
That's all. Bye. Then we saw Disney's Snow White, which was actually pretty damn good.
Sorry.
People are so... Yeah, my biggest problem with it, I didn't love it. I loved a lot of stuff about it. But my biggest problem with it is, honestly, Snow White itself is just not that interesting of a story. I think Snow White was a great design. The original movie is... it's a timeless classic based on it. It was kind of a first of its kind. It is something that really started to help put Disney even further on the map. I believe it's like the first Disney princess, technically, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, technically first animated movie, so...
Yeah, so a feature film, that's right. And there are a couple of banger songs in the original that are in this new movie. The translation, I think
they're updated.
Well, there's some updated songs. There are some new songs as well.
Yeah.
Pardon me. But let's see. So really my biggest con is that it's just the story itself is not that great. However, I'm so sorry. My nose is clogged and McDonald's is saying hello. Right. We had to do our taxes. I needed to eat afterwards. Where was I? So
it's always not great to begin with.
They did update some of the story. They fleshed out. They went back to the original fairy tale story for some of that, and that did help. But I don't know. They just need to do a little further with it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they gave Snow White more agency, but it does end up being a lot of talk foo at the end. But
yeah, but also they gave us more of an actual ending that does come more from the fairy tale, whereas like the original movie just kind of craps out at the very end.
I forget how the original.
Well, I don't want to talk about it on here. Well, the original basically is after the prince kisses her, she wakes up, they celebrate happy ever after. This has a bit more extension.
Oh, that's right. I think the dwarves took out the witch in the original movie.
Yeah, but I think it was even earlier. I will say I like the look of the dwarves in here. I like the effects. I like their personalities. I really enjoyed the dwarves in here.
I was just like, Dopey is Alfred E. Newman's cuter younger brother.
He's Alfred E. Newman if he had a baby with me. Kinda. But I really like their look. That early picture of like these other characters that everybody got all upset about, those are actual other characters in the movie. They were never the dwarves to begin with. And for what little screen time they're given, they're pretty entertaining. At least the crossbow guy. He really stood out to me. So I liked that quite a bit. Rachel Zegler is fantastic in this. Everybody, even haters of this movie who actually saw it, because even some of those like grifty, hateful, I hate everything YouTube channels, apparently even they're like, but Rachel was good in it. Because she's got a hell of a voice, a great personality. She looks really good on screen. Gal Gadot's fine. It's not the worst performance I've seen of hers. I've seen her do worse. She's not great, but, my favorite stuff in this is the costumes are fantastic. I do think it's Oscar worthy.
Good.
In the costume department. That's the one place.
I will say Gal Gadot's villain song, handled by somebody else, I think could have been S tier.
And
she did okay with it.
Mary looked it up. Supposedly she did sing it, but I still do not believe that was Gal Gadot actually singing, except like one line where it's kind of a talky line. So I'm like, I think that was her real voice. And then there's no way that's how Gal Gadot sings. I just don't believe that for a second. But
I haven't found anything that says that's not her.
Right, so. Yeah. So, I mean, who knows? But her gown, man, the evil queen costume.
It was like, okay, we'll take the original, and since we can actually see everything, we'll add
much
on
detail.
all these. And it changes like the jewelry and stuff. It's like the same basic outfit, but the details change up. Every scene. And the crown, I love the crown.
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for stained glass.
And also too, I think the little bit they added to the queen about like her obsession with jewelry, jewels and beautiful things, they expanded upon that well, I thought, as well.
Now here's the thing, I'm waiting for the dwarves to go like, oh yeah, the queen, she's our best customer.
Yeah. There is some things like that could happen. Again, the songs are not that memorable except for the memorable Hi-Ho and Whistle While You Work. Mm-hmm. So, but everything else, but honestly, too, from the original movie, I don't remember any songs outside of that.
Yeah.
The animals, the little critters, are adorable.
Oh, yeah.
They have a couple of adorable moments. I wish there was more critter stuff in it. I do.
That's what you really like about those movies. That was always your favorite thing with the critters.
That's true. When I started, before Honeymoon, when I really started deep diving into classic Disney animated films, because I was not a fan growing up, most of those movies, it was generally the movies I loved more were because they had adorable creatures or animals like Lilo and Stitch, or even Cinderella, the mice, Lucifer and the mice. That's my favorite parts of Cinderella. So yeah, that's very fair.
Cinderella.
Yeah, Cinderella. I still loved our costumes on our honeymoon for that we had been turned into humans for one night to go meet Cinderella at her castle. It was really adorable. And it's short, it's paced well. I didn't find that it dragged anywhere.
Yeah.
There's actually some really creepy stuff when she goes into the evil forest, that very Raimi-esque, to the point of if you know Evil Dead, you might get a little worried for a minute watching. That level of creepy, honestly.
What's reading up this again?
Yeah. And one thing I love about this movie that you don't see much of anymore these days is it was incredibly colorful. It's brightly lit. I mean, there's pools of light and shadow. I don't think they used much in LED because that's part of the problem with that. But they really have a lot of gorgeous colors, and they're playing colors against each other in color contrast. And the trailers don't do that justice. But watching it in the theater, I was really struck by how colorful the film was. Yeah. And I really appreciated that. I don't think there's really any post-credit or anything.
No.
And
there's just a lot of little post. There's artwork throughout the first third of the credits that kind of gives you an idea of life after.
Yeah. Now, one thing, and I just had a funny thought you'll appreciate. So in the original, the age gap of the prince and Snow White was much more substantial. So they did age our prince down a little bit and maybe age Cinderella or Snow White up a little bit for this movie.
Yeah.
The kissy scene, now I know Sleeping Beauty's still way worse. In this movie, I think they portrayed that much more reasonably. It didn't feel as creepy and gross.
They have a relationship.
Yeah.
It's a very brief relationship, but it's less than I met you for all of 1 minute.
Right. So
a few days ago.
And the kiss itself does feel like I'm just saying goodbye kind of thing. It doesn't feel as creepy as it did in the cartoon. Now, what did just pop into my mind that made me laugh is since they did change the ages to make it a little more appropriate, the guy who played the prince was fine. He wasn't that memorable, but he's fine. But then I thought, who would have been kind of cool in that role? And I thought, oh my God, it would have been way age appropriate. Chris Pine. Because I'm kind of seeing his Dungeons and Dragons character.
Yeah, he's too old, way too old.
But I mean, if you were doing more cartoon accurate aging.
What was that hurt? Maybe it was Nostalgia Critic, but somebody describes this character as Ryder Flynn Light.
I could see that. But he's good. He's not distracting or bad. He's charming, and his banded him in and stuff.
But thank God they don't name him Charming.
That's true. They didn't, did they? No. Or is that Sleeping Beauty that's Prince Charming?
I think they're both Prince Charming.
Are they both Prince Charming? Is it the same Prince Charming?
Technically it's Prince Philip and
Prince Philip. That's what it was. I was about to.
Cinderella, it's also Prince Charming, I think.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we're real Disney heads.
I think.
Honestly, I kind of have become a real Disney head, obviously, but more of the parks, but still. I do like a lot of these. I have a newfound respect for a lot of those films. I grew up a punk rock horror movie kid, dude. I wasn't watching Disney when I was young. I was watching Toxic Avenger when I was 5, okay? I was watching Evil Dead when I was 8, But now I can appreciate those other movies more than I probably would have as a child, so. I mean, I watched some, one-off cartoons or whatever, but I was still way more Looney Tunes than Disney, so. But yeah, I guess I would say, if this looks good to you at all, maybe give it a chance. But I understand if a lot of people aren't going to go see it. It's still not perfect. It's not great in that regard. It's just nowhere near as awful as everybody's trying to make it out with all the controversy. Mm-hmm. Listen, some of your controversies, when you get into
actor politics.
Well, yeah, and stuff like that. Okay, whatever. I'm not going to comment on if you're going to, because some actors I will take that into account. Other actors I don't. I can still separate it. So I'm not going to get on anybody about that.
I have mixed feelings about punishing a movie over an actor.
There's that as well.
Because there's like hundreds, if not thousands, of other people who worked on that movie.
Other artists. There's only a handful of business bullshitteries at the top, and yes, they are a big problem. But films are still made by artists trying to accomplish works of art, and there's a lot of art in this movie. But I will, going back to that with the actor politics. So Gal, if you got issues with Gal, okay, I'm not arguing any of that. But the controversy with Rachel was ridiculous. I think it's probably helps that I agree with her a little bit. I maybe wouldn't have worded it quite as harshly as she did. Not that she worded it that harsh. But basically she said the original movie is not that good. And that's why so many people are so mad at her and hating on this. And it's like, the original movie is not that good. She's right. The
original movie was amazing for its time.
Yeah, it's an absolutely important piece of cinema in that regard.
But as I'm assuming she was probably born in the 21st century.
Oh yeah, she's like much younger than we are. She's like half our age.
Yeah, so I could totally see how somebody coming from that point of view could be like, okay, that's interesting, but that doesn't float my boat. Yeah. So, but she's great. And she's just great in everything. I have not seen her turn in a bad performance. I mean, hell, look at Shazam too. She was great in that. That movie was not very good. I forgot she was in that.
Yeah, right? She was like the best part of it. Now, you talk about actor politics, I'm not going to get into it. Although the irony of somebody's last film with the thing they're against and then portraying the opposite in the movie while they're trying to promote it is just like, okay. But anyways, I don't want to go too deep into that. We don't do politics on this channel. That's on our secret channel. It's not. I don't. Talking politics does very little good. Anyway, it's for anybody. All right, well, that's Snow White. We're going to get on out of here. I got a little bit more to film, and that way I can go get this thing done because we got to go to a play tomorrow, so I don't have a lot of time. Okay, more vlog. Bye. Yes, I got the limited edition Mara Jade Legacy Lightsaber.
And oh my god, he's not sitting on it for 8 months.
No, I figured this one came out so just it's been out for a week. So I was like, well, the iron is hot because honestly too, I've already bought another and we still have 2 upstairs we haven't opened. So, and then, there'll be more
blades down here
coming. Yeah, that's what I figured. I got blades down here. Plus, I mean, Mara Jade, come on. I read so many of the Legends, Star Wars Legends books, and I'm really hoping that maybe we'll get Mara Jade in universe, in the new canon. It doesn't have to be exactly what it was, but if so, depending on what age they want to show her at, Bryce Dallas Howard is a lot of people's choice, and I would agree with that, considering she's directed some of the best Star Wars television out there. But I'm excited to check this out. It's another one of these awesome collector's boxes. If you don't mind, we'll get in here. And it's also kind of nice when you see that the Disney parks are doing actual Legends merchandise. Like, so many people want to argue, try to make an argument for they've stopped doing, they don't care about Legends, blah, 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 blah. But they're always reprinting the books, and yes, they do. And then they come back and they take some of the best elements of those stories and reinterpret them in ways that'll work in canon.
Blue guy. This blue guy.
Thrawn, yeah. He's a little bit more of an extreme because he was also in Rebels, which stayed canon, so you kind of feel like you had to do more with him. But also, speaking of Thrawn, I do believe our introduction to Mara Jade was in the Heir to the Empire trilogy that originally introduced Thrawn. Let me do this on the side where I can see what I'm doing. I'm getting into the cardboard. I'm not quite getting under the tape.
They, unlike the boxes that they ship to us when we have stuff shipped home, these are actually taped well. Yeah,
when you actually have the parks just ship your merchandise home, it's pretty much like they might throw a airbag in there, but they pretty much just throw everything in a box and let it tumble. But yeah, I bought this the day it went live, and it was supposed to ship. I was already in the back order because I was a few hours late to it, and it was supposed to ship the 18th, 28th, or whatever. It ended up shipping 3 days later, and it came so quick, and oh, yeah. But also, they are reinterpreting a lot of canon, obviously.
So, half Empire, half Rebels?
That makes sense, because she started as the Emperor's hand, till she met Luke, and he dicked her down, and then they made babies that then tried to destroy everything. I'm giving you the gist, the cliff notes.
Dicked her down.
Yeah, that's not a phrase I get to use often. Wow, wow. See, here's the thing. You know the Luke story, which also came out of that era, I believe.
The slightly taller Luke?
Yes, well, his overall body may have been larger, but let's just say Luke, his saber was a full-size blade. Luke had Shoto. But I'm hoping, like, it'd be kind of cool if that's like, maybe that'll be one of the big surprises of Filoni's Heir to the Empire movie, or his Mandoverse movie, which I hope we are all right in believing that that's going to be an interpretation of the Heir to the Empire. That would be incredible.
And we'll need to read what the side says.
Yeah, we'll get to it. Oh, I guess I could show off the
It's
whole
upside
thing.
down.
Is it?
Oh, no, when you were showing it to me.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you're showing it with the symbol upside down.
I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
You know which way the rebel symbol goes.
That's you're saying it though. I'm looking at it. I don't think that's the rebel symbol. I know that's Imperial. That's not.
Is that not rebel? What the fuck is it then?
I don't know.
It's not Jedi.
No.
That's rebel.
No, it's not the rebel. Not the rebel symbol. You got me all messed up here. Now, like most of these sabers, by the way, this is the limited edition version that comes in the fancy wooden box you're paying a lot for. You're going to get a comic. It's limited numbers. But like I've seen with every other one of these so far, they eventually sell them cheaper as just the hilt in a box like this. So you may want to wait if you want to save a few shekels. Mara Jade, the Emperor's Hand.
Scarlet Witch?
I know, this is actually not I don't like that design of her. Everything's too pink. Her hair was like fiery red, man. I'm not loving that cover art. And I'm not surprised since I was kind of late to the party. Oh, maybe they will sell out of this one. I got 3,161 out of 3,500. They might actually sell out of this one. This might actually be sold out already. That doesn't mean they won't bring you a, whatchamacallit.
The standard version?
Yeah. Okay, I see. It was on French in that side, so I got one of the French releases. And then there's the English release. Cool. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. It has my favorite type of belt clip. Very different looking saber than we tend to get these days. Looks real nice, except for all the stickers I need to get off. But these are not easy peel stickers. You got to do the whole glue gun crap. Of course, we got a saber cap to keep the electronics handled. It's got a good weight to it. I like it quite a bit. I do not think there's going to be anything extra underneath. I think this was like $350. I don't know. I should probably pay attention to what I'm paying for sabers, but it's a saber. I'm going to buy it. I'm lucky enough I can just do that. Can't do it like I used to. I got this one for 23% off, and I was so excited because I was like, you never see them go on sale, especially for that kind of discount. And like 2 days later, all the sabers were 30% off for one day. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I still didn't buy the other two I was going to get. But so this does look amazing. But let's put a blade in this bad boy and figure out where the switch is. Oh, I don't like that. It's a little switch in here.
I like that.
I know, but I prefer like you could push in a button. Feels more.
Most of them are a sliding switch though, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're usually more designed in, not just a little thing in there. I'm gonna pop over here and get a blade. I'm thinking we won't have to change batteries on this one because it didn't sit upstairs for 6 months.
I would hope so.
Let's see. That's a good sound. Ooh, it feels like a good weight with there. You know, I'm not entirely sure what her color is. I think it's like purple.
According to the thing, it looked red.
But she wasn't really a Sith. I don't know what color we'll get. Here we go. Let's surprise
Do
ourselves.
only Siths get red?
Not entirely. I mean, we've seen Dark Jedi use like orangish in Ahsoka and, off red, but... It is purple.
It looks white on screen with like a purple tip.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to show this off.
Well, as you move it, you can see it's purple. Like,
yeah. Ooh, that does have a nice balance to it. It's a little front heavy. The hard corners here can be a little tricky.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably want to hold it like that, maybe. One of these days we'll have space in here again. That's more me than you, but we're both contributors. But one of these days we'll have space in here again where I can really let loose and Star Wars kid all over this place. Mary can secretly film me and maybe I'll go viral again. Because I care so much. Oh, that's nice though. I love the look of that. Nice. Would you like to give her a whirl?
Sure.
A whirly gig.
Oh, this is nice and light, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Savvy's ones are a lot heavier because they're a little beefier and they have to be so you can actually build them and blah, blah, blah. Even though this is a Savvy's blade we have in there.
I kind of wish these were LEDs that actually lit up.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Those little red and blue lights that you saw, or buttons, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, I can see how when you move it, yeah. Although the reflection in the TV behind you clearly shows the purple on camera, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I don't know though, you know what, as crazy as on camera, that looks way more like a real lightsaber because that's kind of how they look. They are supposed to be kind of a, you know, a white core, a glowing hot white core with the edges, see? Mary just destroys the house. With glowing edges of a lightsaber color tint. So I actually kind of appreciate that's how it looks on camera. But in person, it is one solid color. It's a good thing I have many, see, this is why I keep building sabers, because Mary's gonna break all my, I'm just messing with you. There are 3 size blades. You can only buy 2 sizes. I would tell you the numbers, but I'll get them mixed up. And then there's the blade you get at Savvy's when you build one that is right in between those 2 sizes.
Yeah, I like it with the shorter blade, I think.
Well, that's the medium blade, but yeah. Yeah, the short blade's like 24 inches, I want to say, and the big blade's like 31 inches, and then that I think is like 28 or 29. Again, I'm sure I'm getting the numbers wrong. But it does have a nice feel to it, but I do really like that design.
I like that at least this part's rubber.
Mm-hmm, yeah, actual rubberized.
So at least when this is banging against your leg, it won't bother you as much.
That's true. At least it doesn't have...
If this part hits you wrong, you're going to know.
Well, this is also why I'm glad we have the Comtech. It's not Comtech. I cannot remember what that clip is called, but it doesn't have the like hook clip that I like to call the danglers.
Slide clip? I don't know.
That, you know, if you're walking around the park and you got a camera in one hand and a drink in the other hand, those kind of sabers start inching around to the front of your crotch and banging in uncomfortable places.
Yeah, those are the ones that you have to make sure they're like all the way around to the back.
Yeah, and even there, it's like I'm getting, you know, mollywopped. That's a term I recently reheard for the first time in a long time. In places you don't want to be. Nice ignition sound too.
That's where I'm starting to see more of the purple. When you hold it upright?
It might be because the lighting over here perhaps is different.
It might be.
But yeah, baby, we got the Mara Jade Collector's Edition. I'm very excited for this one. I really want them to bring out some Acolyte sabers. I finally got an Acolyte t-shirt. I'm gonna show this off. No, let's do it like...
There you go.
Might as well show this off to you. Oh yeah. Because I love the Acolyte. I think it's incredibly underrated. That's just me.
You're apparently one of the few people who did like it.
There's a lot of us that did like it. It's just online. Bleh.
I thought it was all right. I can't say I remember a whole
To me, it
lot.
felt like watching the prequels again for the first time. It was like getting a whole new prequel. It was the 90s, early 2000s again for me. But with a better mystery. And way better, well, I shouldn't say way better fights, but fights as good as the prequels best. So, plus, I mean, The Stranger, come on, dude. When that helmet finally comes out, I am buying the hell out of that helmet. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I just really loved it, man.
Weird
Jackie,
smiley face helmet.
Yeah, Dr. Teeth. All right, well, there you go. There's a lightsaber unboxing. We got some Disney pins that we already opened, but you haven't seen it yet. Let's go. Well, now Mary doesn't care. She doesn't want these. I bought them because she said she was interested in them, so...
He asked me if I thought they were cute. I said yes.
Well, I asked you about a bunch of things, and those are the ones that like, those are pretty neat. So I was like, character folding fans. Because you know Mary likes the folding fans. So it's like, and they're very cute. It's all the characters behind one of the little folding flip fans. Stitch would be great, Donald would be great, Pooh, I guess, Goofy's fine, Chip or Dale. Daisy's pretty cool, Goofy's fine, Mickey's great. The other Chip or other Dale and Minnie would be cool. These are actually pretty nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got 10 of these, but I only bought 2. Because I only love Mary that much.
Let's see how these actually look.
Yeah, you know that's a lie. They'll probably still have these by the time I'm back in May, maybe.
They've had these for a while, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe they won't have these back in May, maybe.
I feel like they've had them like for a couple of years, to be honest.
Some last a while. Oh, I'm sure. All right. That'll be the good box. This one's a little smushed. Yeah, some last a little longer than others in the park.
Okay.
Come on. And then some are the Pizza Rizzo sign that apparently sell out within an hour the day they're released, and I will never get it. I really wanted that one, but apparently so did everybody.
All right, so
Okay. It's not a mystery pen, though.
I got a Dale.
Yay.
And he looks like he has his own mouse ears because of the pin back.
Oh. That's kind of cute.
So, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just one of the lower priority ones for me. Because then I feel like now we have to get Chip. Yeah, I know, right? But now I feel like we have to get Chip so we can have the set of the 2 boys. I definitely believe I got one of the ladies. Did I get Minnie? Oh, cool.
Minnie looks pretty good.
I haven't even had that much to drink. Why am I? Yeah, Minnie is actually a really nice one. But now I really want Mickey. I mean, I already wanted Mickey, though. Cool. All right. So far, not terrible.
All right.
Let's see what else we get. Ooh. I like mystery pins.
Uh-oh. Son of Eric! What? How?
I picked them from different. I picked them from different spots. Well, now you can have a mini if you want, or I can trade it. So. I swear to God, though, you know this means this is gonna be Dale. This is gonna be Dale. Damn it. That's not always true, but in our luck, it seems to be.
You need to start asking staff to pick for you.
I do sometimes, and sometimes they give me the same crap.
What are the odds? What are the odds?
Because hopefully you watched last week, so there's your spoiler warning. Because what we opened last week, we had the same damn issue. 2 boxes, 2 pins out of 4.
Because, I mean, usually we may have, like, from a fresh batch, we may have, like, 1 repeat.
Yeah, 1, maybe even 2, depending on how many we bought, but... Oh, you mean out of 2 boxes? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, occasionally we have run into the duplicate boxes as well. But not this regularly.
Jesus Christ.
Well, hopefully I'll find some good stuff to trade them for. Oh well. And maybe we'll definitely try some more of these if I can still find them when I'm back in May, because now I really want Mickey at very least. But, all right, fine. Well, you know, I'll just wear them as earrings. Let me get my ears pierced.
Those you almost could.
I know, right? All right, well, that's those. We gotta go do things now.
Bye.
Like each other. Bye. We're making cocktails. Woo. And we're gonna make it in this awesome mug that is faded because I used to use it a lot. It's pretty cool. Second favorite drunken movie night mug, maybe. Favorite one's the art Mary did for Halloween. I don't know what this is called. Mary says it's like a hot toddy. That's fine. I got this off the brand 10 to 1 rum, I guess. Just 10 to 1.
Like 10 till 1 a.m.?
10 to 1. I guess you could say that. This is called Hot Apple Cider Rum. Pretty fucking on the nose. And so, you know, I went ahead and used this brand because that's what we had. So I boiled up some water. I did about 7 ounces of water with the apple cider mix in here. It's still pretty steamy. We've got Hot One's Hot Honey that Mary decrystallized for me because she's wonderful. We got lemon juice freshly squeezed, way more than we need. We got, even though it tells you to use the 10-to-1 white rum and 10-to-1 dark rum, like, I don't got that shit. So we got Bacardi and we got Jonah's Curse. Since it's so fucking similar to Mary's Kraken, I thought I'll use mine before I use hers.
It's similar, but I like my Kraken better.
I know, and I thought I liked this a hair better, but I really thought they were pretty neck and neck, to be honest, in my palate's decision. So let's put the hot apple to business. I'm a dog. I'm Stitch. I'm gonna make it the number it says 4 ounces of apple cider. Let's hope, since this is boiling, let's hope this doesn't actually melt my little 2-ounce pourer.
It should be fine. It's not like you're leaving it sitting there.
Here's 1. Oh, my fingies. Just kidding. 2. By the way, I wanted kind of an apple. Oh, that did get very warm though. I wanted kind of an apple-ish drink based on, doing a pork dish. That was the idea.
For some reason, I thought it was maybe because we've seen Snow White.
That too. It's all themed. I thought this through completely. 1.5 ounces of white rum. Then we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of dark rum. Might as well pour them together here.
Ooh, you don't normally do that.
Well, I mean, it's all going the same place.
And now it just looks like regular rum.
Yeah, it's spiced rum. It's middle ground rum. All right, we need 1/2 ounce of lemon juice and 3/4 ounce of hot honey. Get that 1/2 ounce in there. This does not have a 3/4 marker. Oh. Well, it's going to be a little bit more lemony tart. I think I hit about 3/4 of the...
3/4 of an ounce.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, is it already starting to re-solidify?
Well, no, it's just taking a minute. Definitely the bottom chunk. You want to show it? Definitely the bottom chunk is...
Yeah, I had a pretty hot bath. Not boiling water, but... You're just going to eyeball it?
Well, there's about 1/4 ounce. Ew. Ew.
That's a lot, honey.
It's about 1/2 ounce.
Probably should have set this upside down before we got started.
That's probably good right there. Hot honey is great on pepperoni pizza, by the way, if you've not had that. Let's hope it all actually pours out. Nope. I was kind of hoping it would, by putting it in the lemon juice, I kind of was hoping that would...
Do we have a little spoon?
Yeah, I was mixing the cider with. Sure. We're gonna give that a nice stir in a mug, because that's what it says to do. Just try to get that honey really worked through, honestly.
Yeah.
Turn on. Combine all ingredients in a mug and warm up, but since I had boiling stuff. Oh, top with an apple slice and grated cinnamon. Well, I don't have apple slices. I could grate cinnamon, but it's not like I've done this to look pretty. You wouldn't even be able to tell.
If you put some cinnamon, ground cinnamon in there, you definitely would taste it.
Well, I mean, I have cinnamon sticks. I could grate cinnamon. Let's try it without. We can always add it back in later. Did I get enough of this honey out? There's a little bit more honey in here we can probably salvage.
And if nothing else, we can just throw an additional squirt in there if we feel like we need it.
Yeah, or, more of anything, because I have more of everything. At least those room temp ingredients did seem to bring this down to a drinkable temperature.
Nice.
So, very visually appealing, he says in jest.
Yeah, that would probably show up better in a white mug, but...
But even then, it's like, I need a glass mug. Should get some glass mugs for these kind of drinks.
I think I have a glass mug somewhere.
I do not like how that smells.
Ugh.
It's a weird smell. I should probably palate cleanse. I just finished off some wine.
Oh, gee.
Honestly, let's show that I am capable of doing this, because I probably should have had another bottle by now. I drink water. I like water.
Especially when there's alcohol in it.
No, water and alcohol. Oh. Club soda, maybe. All right.
All right, bottoms up. Okay, so apparently it tastes better than it smells.
Woo! Ooh! I'm not sure they intended you to use hot honey. Wait, which hot honey did I get? Because there's various... Oh, fuck, this is the Pepper X one.
I did not know that. I didn't pay attention.
Me either. I have a couple of hot honey ones. That was the one that seemed like the most recently used. It's not undoable, but that was much hotter than I was anticipating.
Okay, so should I even bother?
You have to try. You have to.
Well, I hate you.
Maybe. Actually, that's not bad, though. Flavor-wise, that's not bad. I think I would use a milder honey, but I'm sure you could do this with regular honey, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Nugget honey.
Okay, that's actually pretty good. That tastes a lot better than it smells. You don't really taste the rum, but you can kind of tell it's there from like the flavors. Mm-hmm. You don't taste it, but you can taste the flavors. What am I talking about? You don't taste the alcohol per se. The lemon and the apple cider is really what's prevalent, and that works really well. But I'm definitely getting quite a bit of a kick of heat from that honey. But it's not murderous. I just wasn't quite ready for it. Yeah, I would like to see Mary's face.
Yeah, your face did go on a bit of a roller coaster ride on your first sip.
Well, also because it didn't smell good. It smells weird.
See, I can smell the rum.
All right, Captain Sparrow.
And yeah, everything else mixed together pretty well, I think.
Yeah, actually, this is a pretty good drink. I'd make this again. I might use a slightly milder honey, but...
Oh, I'm just waiting for the burn.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Okay, so...
What the fuck?
I've got a little bit of tingle. I'm hesitant to try more because I don't know if this is one of those things that it'll burn more the more I drink.
Honestly, it's subsiding because of the apple cider and the lemon juice. It's subsiding pretty well. I have no idea how it's going to hit the gut by tomorrow. So I would suggest you not go too hard on it. Because it's not as hot as like Pepper X and, or even Hot Honey Pepper X up. So I was just not prepared.
Okay, it's saying a little harder on the heat, saying harder on that second sip.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're handling that as well as you are, considering it definitely gave me a bit of a kickback.
It's
pretty fucking tasty though.
You weren't expecting it. I think I may have been braced for it.
Yeah, that may have helped. But what do you think about how that tastes?
The taste is good.
Honey, rum, apple cider, lemon.
Yeah, so maybe an alternative to the usual vodka apple cider at the fire pit.
Yeah, although that's a batch drink. That's why I like making that. It's so easy. It's a bunch of vodka, a bunch of apple cider, you're done. This would be a little bit harder. You could batch this, of course.
You can batch anything.
Yeah, but this is going to be a little more complicated to work out, and then you're going to have to keep stirring it so the honey doesn't settle and all that, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I like the heat on this the more I like it. But I still think I would go with, more of the Reaper or something. The regular hot honey, not the Pepper X honey.
Yeah, I feel like my tongue may be tingly for a little while. I mean, It's not terrible. It's just... It's like, oh, that's some heat.
I am honestly very surprised about how good that is. 2 ounces of alcohol in there. Okay. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Thank you, 10 to 1, for letting me make a recipe with other people. Oh, it's 11-11. Wishes. Sex stuff. Money for all those pre-order games I just did. Okay. Not bad. All right. I guess that's it, right? Do we do anything else here? Mm-hmm. Did we finish this vlog pretty easy today?
Oh, apparently.
It's over 2 hours, so I'm just kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be a bit of a shorty, but I was like, no, we hit 2 hours. Cooking helps. Mm-hmm. I want more of that pork.
You have more than 4.
I know. But today was McDonald's day because after taxes, I was too hungry. It's like, nope, I'm getting my damn Big Mac I've wanted for weeks now. Which was good, by the way. Oh, the fries were better than I thought. I think there were some old last batch fries at the top, but then they got much fresher in the middle.
Okay.
We have a McDonald's that's been firing on all cylinders lately, so that's made me want McDonald's more than I would normally be eating it.
Yeah.
Plus, somehow I lose weight when I eat McDonald's. Like, not in a weird way. Like, I'm good with, like, large fry, Big Mac, maybe a cheeseburger 6 hours later. And then I lose, like, a pound or so every time. So.
You could be the new Jerry.
No! Jesus Christ, Mary!
Sans the charges.
I would hope sans the crimes. Jesus Christ, that's the second assault you pulled on me today. Fuck. I'm gonna get out of here before she says some other bullshit that people are gonna run with in the comments. Fuck. Good Lord.
Is this where you go, good day, madam?
Oh my, how did I do that? And I splashed this onto my fucking shirt. How did I just do that? I gently went bloop, 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 and it went pa-ting.
Fluids are weird.
Fluids are weird. Especially sex fluids. I hope that doesn't stain.
You'll probably be okay. If you're worried about it, just get a wet paper towel and just super soak it.
I should probably do that because I can't really replace the shirt. They don't sell it anymore. I mean, nothing in here should stain except maybe the apple cider or the honey.
Yeah, just give it a good super soak and it'll be fine.
But do they even sell super soakers anymore?
Super saturated is what I meant to say.
Can we still fill them with pee?
You can fill anything with pee.
That's not what you said the other... Oh, God, Eric. Jesus Christ.
This might be a good time to cut.
That doesn't help any of my case. You know what it was? I got distracted right before that happened. I was pausing because I was trying to find a fun Onyx line for Andrew and Ryan and crew and give them a little love shout out. But I didn't have one, you know. I mean, I was just standing here trying to think of an Onyx line and, you know, I just couldn't come up with one. I was trying so hard and all I could think is, I don't know. See, it's kind of a double play because I couldn't think of one and then, I don't know, it's a bit of a walk. Oh, shit, I did it accidentally. What?
And then you did the thing.
I did the thing. I do all the things. No, I better stop before I get in trouble. Bye-bye. And there you have it. There's your vlog for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week will be another Disney. I was going to say May 5th, but that's not right. We went in February, so it's like February 3rd or something. I don't know. We do something. It's probably pretty cool. And then we'll come back with another one of these and open up some more stuff and do all the things we do. I still got many, many cooking ideas. Hopefully you like this. Let me know. Geek out in the comments. Anything you want to see, anything you missed. We'll try to do a taste test next time. Just where Mary was a bit sick this weekend. It threw some things off. She's much better now. But she did kind of lose a whole weekend, so really sucks for her. I felt so bad for her. But comment below. Let me know. Geek out with me in the comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Other than that, you may click that thumbs up button. Give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And remember, we will get through this. We will get through this together. So check out my music anywhere you listen to music. Look up TheEricButts. Try a song or two. Get excited for some more stuff that'll hopefully be out this year. I've got to get some stuff out this year. It has to happen. Lots more video game Let's Plays because I'm so on the gaming right now. As a matter of fact, for fun, on my own, I'm replaying The Last of Us Part 1 Remake instead of calling it remastered. You know, the PS5 version. I'm going to platinum that on my own just for fun. And, of course, check out memberships on YouTube for a lot more video game stuff. $1.99 a month. Plenty of extra episodes coming. And all that and more you can follow right here. You can go to TheEricButts.com for all your Funky Butts fun. There's more with the links in the description below. Just click that see more button to see more butts. And on that note, I'm going to get on out of here so I can go edit a bunch of stuff. Live some more life. And love some more love. And bye. Love y'all. See ya. Bye. Oh boy.